What's up, everybody? Hopefully everybody had a good day. Today we're just gonna go over really quick how much money you want to make with reselling. Reselling is really cool, a lot of these platforms, because you only have to put down the money for getting the product itself versus putting down the money to get the product, pay for the fees, pay for the shipping. Yes, you do pay for all that, but you pay for it after with the money that's now no longer yours, that's being paid for by the customer, right? So let's say I buy a mug that costs $10 and I'm reselling it for $40. I only pay the $10. The other shipping that may cost like $10 and the fees that may cost like $5, so we're up to $25, right? The 10 and the 5, there's 5 for shipping, the 10 for the fees, the customer takes care of, right? So it's a simple formula we're gonna go through. It's really just you figure out what your profit margin is on something and then how much you're spending to get that profit margin. So if I'm spending $10 to profit $5, so that would be you give me $10, I give you back $15, right? So $5 profit. That's about a 50% profit margin. So we're gonna do really simple numbers. It's just gonna be, I'm gonna have you guys pull out your calculator and then we'll walk through it. But it's just gonna be, we're gonna use, it's gonna be 30% profit margin because that's actually pretty good. I mean, a lot of people, they go for like 200%, right? But 30%, it's reasonable. So let's say I'm trying to make $300 a day. I'm gonna divide $300 by 30%. So in your calculator, it's gonna be 300 divided by 0.3, right? 30%, move the decimal over one time or twice. And you're gonna get about 1,000, right? So that means that I have to invest $1,000 a day with a 30% profit margin to make $300 a day, which if you're working, 5 days a week is $1,500, or if you're going all out and you're going 7 days a week, you're making $2,100 a week, right? So you're investing $7,000 a week to make $2,100. So that's not terrible. We're gonna go through it on the calculator just so you guys can see. That's not terrible at all. But really, it just depends on how much money you're trying to make and what your profit margin is. If you're trying to make $1,000 a day, right, and your profit margin on whatever you're reselling is 1,000 or 100%, then you invest 1,000, you make 1,000. In a week, if you invest 7,000, you're gonna make 7,000, right? So really, it just depends on what you're selling and what your profit margin is for it, and how much money you're trying to make, right? So if you find 10 products that give you 30% profit margin, and then you just go from there. It's really just about how much profit margin are you getting on the product that you're selling, and then how much are you willing to invest a day to be able to make how much money, right? So if I want to make $500 a day and I'm making 100% profit margin, all I have to do is invest $500, right? But finding a product that you're making 100% profit margin on, like just based on how much you're spending versus like the actual like gross sales and things like that, then obviously it's going to be a really good product. And those are a lot harder to find, but they're definitely out there, especially now like basketball cards, like the blaster boxes. You buy one for like $40 and they're going for like 200, right? So obviously you're like 4xing your money. They're definitely out there. Those are just a little bit harder to find, but it's a simple formula. You just divide how much you want to make a day by your profit margin, and that'll give you how much you have to invest a day.